Um, what was that? What were we about to talk about?
I don't remember. I don't even know what we've been talking about this whole time. I don't even know how people are still here.
I think the most unique thing about me and you is the fact that, like, when I say our background, it's not even when I say background like the state we're from or our ethnicity or our parents or the way we grew up. I'm just saying the way we grew up as like
Culture?
not culture, no, like
I don't know where you're going with this.
I don't know. I'm trying like
We're just from two very different
well,
areas.
and we're both very confident people. I think me, like with you, you're used to always being right, always being right for the most part. I think nobody's really ever told you no. And me being, like I like to goof around a lot and not take everything serious. I joke around with you a lot.
When have you ever been told no? Let's start there. When have you ever been told no?
When I asked you to go out with the guys, and remember?
I'm saying, like, growing up, you just said, growing up, no one told Haleigh no. Who told you no, Fess? Because I know your mom didn't. Your mom probably let you do whatever you wanted.
No, I used to get smacked.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Not your mom. No way. No way.
And I think a lot of people who don't know us from the show or whatever, like, and they're kind of confused by this live or about us in general, is like they're used to reality TV couples or whatever public figure couples. Everything they post is a highlight and like just like super like filtered and edited, and we just get on here and I don't even have a light on. You got a towel and like we're just shooting the shit. You know what I mean? Like, and that's like what real people are like. People can't really relate to people who just post filtered pictures and just make sure they're all done up for their lives.
I love filtered pictures. I love filtered pictures. Where are you going with this? I thought we were talking about how different we were, and now you're talking about filtered coupled pictures.
Okay, I'm saying why we always get in debates and stuff. Like, okay, so this is one thing I'm learning. I admit I do have some learning to do in this department. So say we're in the car, right? And Haleigh's driving, and she goes to make a left, and I know that 100% we're not supposed to make that left.
So let me learn. Let me make the wrong turn.
Should I tell her, hey, babe, you're wrong. We should have went that way, and make her mad because she thinks I'm trying to, like, tell her she's wrong and make her look stupid? Or should I suck it up, not say anything, let her figure it out on her own? That way she doesn't get mad that I try to prove her wrong.
Or
what should I do?
Here's a third option. Instead of saying, no, that's not where you go, I know the right way, you could say, hey, are you sure that's the right way? I think I remember going this way. Let's look it up just to be sure. It's delivery. It's all about delivery.
And then what would you say?
You see how different that sounds then? No, that's not right. That's wrong. You're stupid. Turn this way. Do you see the difference?
No. So okay, somebody said nobody likes a backseat driver. This rarely happens in the car. I'm just talking about in life in general.
It happens a few times.
If we go to the mailbox,
I get lost a lot.
The post office, and I say, hey, you should probably get this size instead of that size. Remember, like with the weighted blanket, and you were trying to get a king.
I was way stressed out. Yeah.
I was like, that's not a king size, but should I just let you get it so you don't get mad?
I was so stressed out. I was Christmas shopping. It was hard. There was people everywhere. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, so I think it's just.
What is your thought? What is the point of your thought? I'm lost.
So yes, I need to work on my delivery, I guess. Like I never will be like, hey, you missed that turn, but I'll kind of say it in like a sarcastic, like funny way, be like, pretty sure we missed the turn. And then you'd be like, fine, why didn't you just drive? I always do it wrong.
Didn't you? I'm sure I asked you to.
And then, okay, okay, first of all, every time I've been to Texas, I haven't had my car. So if we had my car up there and I'm driving with the seat back and I got leg room, okay, but I hate having to get in that little ass Honda and move the seat back every time, because when you drive, you
I
put it
don't
all
even
the way up to
know
the
what you're talking about, and I'm the one having the conversation with you.
what? I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Oh my god! I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody said Fessy's been right about a lot since leaving the Big Brother house. Ever since I got out of that thing, shit, I was wrong 90% of the time in there. People like, what? He can do math?
He's actually really smart. Whenever I see people like in comments or stuff thing making fun of you, like you're smart. I will give you that. You are very, but you're not. So like, it's a weird kind of like math and street smart.
So I think where you get it mixed up is like the amount of caring I do for certain stuff, like my delivery and stuff in certain things. Like when we go out in public, like I'm a polite person, but like sometimes you think like, I don't know, like you're from Texas, so like Texas is the way y'all handle like proper etiquette is way different than Florida. Like,
Okay, I agree with that thought, but also when we start switching thoughts, can we at the beginning talk about like just say where we're going?
yeah, I think because I had nothing really to say about the last input.
Okay, yeah, I just didn't know like what exactly. I was confused for a quick second, but I got what you're saying. And yeah, I was raised with like strict manners, and I was raised with like you can say something two different ways, and one of them be offensive, and the other way be okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
So okay,
it's delivery. Delivery is so important. Your tone, the pitch, the words you choose, it's all really important. But Fess just says things, and he's not, even if he's not meaning for them to be
people are so confused.
abrasive. No, I think we're back on track. The comments lag.
Somebody said, "Look what." Oh my god, that's funny. All right, go ahead.
Literally, I was on such a train and I lost it. I lost the train. I don't know. Let's just our conversation is kind of not going great. My kittens are waking up. What? There's no way it's time to feed them. No, no. I fed them at 10. Sometimes they just wake up.
South Florida, baby.
There's never a track. Someone said there's no track here. There's never a track. I
Some
get
of these
so
comments,
all
some of
the
these,
time. I'm like, what?
some of these comments are so accurate.
Someone says I've been lost for 20 minutes.
Wait, but there was a good point I was gonna say. Okay, and we're both very confident people. I think me, like with you, you're used to always being right, always being right for the most part. I think nobody's really ever told you no. And me being, like I like to goof around a lot and not take everything serious. I joke around with you a lot.
When have you ever been told no? Let's start there. When have you ever been told no?
When I asked you to go out with the guys, and remember?
I'm saying like growing up. You just said growing up, no one told Haleigh no. Who told you no, Fess? Because I know your mom did.
And so
I know, but I'm not used to like the way that you like interact with your friends is like constantly being sarcastic and making fun and making jokes, and like it's a big jokey game, which is like great. I love watching you and your friends do that, but like I don't necessarily always want to be involved, or maybe the butt of the joke.
Yeah, I understand that. I think it's just like growing up an athlete, and then in the locker room, that's all we did was like joke with people and make fun of each other, like jokingly. And then when I get around you, because the past 2 years I've been around you 90% of the time, I act that way with you, and then you don't really like. At first, you kind of find it funny, but then you kind of get annoyed because you think I'm trying to make fun of you.
Yeah. But we are together a lot and like for long periods of time. So it's easy for us to think like it's nonstop. It's too much. I think we need to do like 3 days on, 1 day off. 3 on, 3 off. 3 on, 3 off.
Well, yeah, but it's not. I mean, yeah. Somebody said, um,
Someone said, are we
that
supposed to be counseling them?
it's funny. People are like kind of confused, but like I'm only saying half the shit because I don't tell all y'all my business. So if y'all think I'm not finishing thoughts, it's not because I didn't know what I wanted to say. It's just because I didn't feel like saying it to y'all. So don't feel some type of way. And it's probably because she didn't want me saying it. So that's why I'm kind of feeling the room, seeing her facial expressions as I start the sentence. And if she doesn't really,
I got to get better with my facial expressions.
if she's not having it, then I'll just break off it. And people are like, what are you talking about? No, I just don't want y'all knowing everything.
Well, yeah. But sometimes you do trail off and no one even knows where you're going. You do that a lot.
Hey, somebody said, Haleigh, are you a Libra? No, but I am at that.
He's a Libra and I'm an Aquarius. And it is, we're learning. He's very indecisive with everything. And I'm very, this is the only way. And he's very, well, what if we did it this way? So that's one thing I've definitely noticed.
There's options, baby.
I know.
Always got to have options.
I know. He's taught me a lot, though. Like, just for reference, before I met him, if I went somewhere and maybe my order was wrong at a restaurant or someone overcharged me for something I didn't get or just anything like that, I would just be like, oh, well, I mean, they messed up. They didn't mean to. I'm just going to go on about my day and cost an extra $12. But now Fess has like taught me to be like, no, you can't. You have to point things like that out and you have to actually speak up and say something about it. That is one thing you've taught me.
Let me give a prime time example of this.
I don't know what you're
of this example. So right, so one day, we go to Walgreens, and she goes to buy laundry detergent, and when we got it from the shelf, it said clearance, and it said $5.99, and I was like, wow, for some Tide Pods, that's pretty cheap for the amount they were giving. So I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Get them. She's like, okay. So we go to the register and ring it up, and it says $12.99. And I go to flag down the lady, and I'm like, hey, the Tide said it was $5.99, and here it's saying $12.99. Hazy's like, it's okay, whatever. It's only $7. I'm like,
I was just like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's one thing. If you don't matter, whatever. So then, after, I'm like, hey, you want to get something to eat real quick? Maybe some Chipotle or something? You're like, no, I'm trying to save money. I'm just like, okay, but if you were trying to save money by eating at home, I get it. But like, why were you trying to save the $7 with the laundry detergent?
I don't know, because in my head, I don't know. She looked like she was like dealing with stuff. I didn't want to bother her and make her go through this whole process. I don't know.
So the thing with the whole, if your order's wrong at the restaurant, whatever. So before Big Brother, I bartended and served at Margaritaville for like a year and a half. So I was in the food industry, so I know what it's like. So like, I'll never be rude to a waiter or whatever. But like, if you're going to a business and you're paying them, bro, they charge out the ass at restaurants for food. You know what I mean? You're paying for the service as well. So like, if you ordered something and they got it wrong, like, let them know politely, but don't be afraid to ask. Like, that's their job, to make your experience pleasant. You know what I mean? So like, you shouldn't eat what you don't want just because they put in the wrong order. Like, you should feel free to speak up.
Whatever.
Yo, that might be what it is.
What?
Somebody said it's a millennial Gen Z difference. Like, even though we're only 5 years apart, I think that's the cutoff, like, between like Gen Z and millennials. Like, you're a Gen Z and I'm a millennial. So maybe that's why we grew up in different.
I'm a Gen Z?
Yeah.
I'm not a Gen Z.
I think so. You're Gen Z, I'm millennial, right? Or is it the other way around?
I don't know. I don't know what the cutoff is.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure I'm
you're
the
a
last.
whole different thing than me? Oh my god. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought we were both the same thing.
You know what? Never
Grandpa.
mind.
Someone said grandpa. You're so young.
Look, I don't care because look, you see this? Y'all see this? This ain't going nowhere. Y'all favorites are 24, bald as hell.
You're so aggressive.
Not me.
You're so
Not
aggressive.
me.
Someone said y'all should come back to Hawaii. Yes. That is literally the first place I want to go. What was your favorite trip we've taken?
Either Hawaii. The thing about Hawaii
Hawaii.
about the thing about Hawaii is, so you know how like in brochures or whatever, like when you see brochures for cruises or like the Bahamas, everything looks good in the pictures because you know what I mean, they take the best pictures or whatever, and then you get there and you're like, oh, it's nice, but it's like not what you thought from the pictures. Like everything
Really?
in,
That's what you thought?
of what?
Hawaii? Sorry, I wasn't listening until like the very end.
Okay, so I mean, did you wanna?
Keep going, keep going.
Um,
Maybe I misunderstood.
No, I'm saying like usually before you go on vacation with cruises or like to the Bahamas, you see pictures, then you get there like, oh, it's good, but it's not what I thought in the pictures. Hawaii is everything like what it looks like
I
from the
did miss.
pictures, even more. Like everything you see on TV or on Instagram, you're like, wow, Hawaii looks dope. When you get there, it's everything. Like you're driving around on the street to Walmart, and it's just like a straight beach vibe. Like Hawaii's crazy.
Hawaii is amazing. But would you say that's your favorite trip we have taken?
Um, what else did we do, bro? We've done a bunch of shit.
We've done Hawaii, Canada a few times. Mexico, Italy, Ohio. That was such a random one. I feel like we've done more than that, have we not?
We've done Hawaii, Mexico, Canada, Banff, well, Toronto, Banff.
Yeah, because each Canada trip, I'm thinking we went to Canada a lot. I love Canada. I actually was looking
On the
for
phone.
schools to apply to in Canada. But in Canada, you can't just go straight into your PhD. You have to have a master's. So that was a bummer. Oh yeah, the cruise. Someone said the cruise.
What was I saying?
I don't know how long this lets me stay on here, but we're approaching an hour.
I think it's only an hour.
Yeah, well, we're approaching that. Anyway.